Okay, in this video we're going to look at how to find the equation of a sine or cosine curve given the graph. Okay, so here we're given a graph, and your first step, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to determine what the curve looks most like, and in this case it looks like a sine curve. So we are going to be looking at an equation of the form y equals d plus a times the sine of bx plus c. Okay, so first step, what we're going to do is we're going to find the amplitude. So in this case, the absolute value of a is equal to 1/2 the absolute value of big M minus little m. Now remember that big M is your largest y value, and so in this case the largest y value is going to be, what is that? It's like 6. And then we subtract off the smallest y value. The smallest y value is 0. Right, the bottom of the curve. And then here we take the absolute value of 6, which is 6. Half of 6 is 3. So the absolute value of a is 3. Now, because the graph appears to be reflected, this tells me that a actually is negative 3. If the graph were not reflected, then a would be positive 3. Okay. All right. So the second thing I need to do now is I need to find d, and I find d by taking the largest y value, again, which is capital M, subtract off the amplitude, which is the absolute value of a. And so the largest y value was 6, the amplitude was 3, and so d is equal to 3. Okay. And then I need to figure out what the argument of the function is, bx plus c. So what I do is I take the given interval, which is from pi over 4 less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 5 pi over 4. That's supposed to be a pi. And then what I want to do is I want to rewrite this inequality so that it's between 0 and 2 pi, because that's what a normal cycle of sine goes through. Alright, so let's go ahead and do it, then I'll explain it further. Okay, so first thing is I want to make the left endpoint a 0. So I'm going to subtract pi over 4 from every piece. And so if we do that, we get 0 is less than or equal to x minus pi over 4. Keep doing that. Pi over 4, which is less than or equal to 3 pi. Which is less than or equal to 4 pi over 4, which is just pi. Okay. And then I need to make the right endpoint now a 2 pi instead of just pi, so I need to double the entire inequality. So if I multiply everything by 2, this is still 0, less than or equal to, multiplying everything by 2 here, in the middle we get 2x minus pi over 2, which is less than or equal to, then multiply the right endpoint, then I get 2 pi. Alright, and so here the 2x minus pi over 2, that becomes the argument of the function. Okay. Alright, so now my equation is going to be y equals, I just now replace all the things we just found into the equation, where this is the b and this is my c, right? And so we get y equals 3 minus 3 times the sine of 2x minus pi over 2. And that's the equation.